900
oh my
84 pairs in July.
Wow.
Miller returns, it's a battle of the gods. Superman, Bruce Wayne, pockets full of wads. The Dark Knight in his habitat. Jason with the rat-a-tat. Clark Kent possessed the laser attack. Katana's on a dead back, pool full of blood, gang banging on the flood. Blips stay superior, Hydro Man remains inferior. Universal Cruise with a silver exterior. Red skull pinned on the chest, got a black mask. Hail Hydra, Harley Quinn, girl, I love when I'm inside ya. Agent Carter's...
Here at OPC Kicks, Peter Mullin in the house. Tell me what we got here, man. We got shoes everywhere.
We got a lot of shoes.
What is going on here? This is looking awesome.
So this is like step 2 in my creative process and making each pair that goes out in the mail.
Right.
But so the first process is taping them up, but what you'll see here is brought them on the yard and splattered each one individually.
Right.
So everyone's basically its own artwork. So yeah, this is probably my favorite part of the design process too, in creating. You know, because one, it makes each piece individual, but two, it's just fun being out there, flicking each splatter, making sure everything's covered.
So you're working on some, you got black shoes here too, so I'm guessing are these wet? I don't want to...
a little bit, but we're good.
Okay.
For the sake of the vid.
Got it.
Yeah, and you'll also see too, so it's a 3-step process when I splatter. I have to prep them, which is taping and then spraying them with a couple different chemicals. Then it's the splatter work, and then it's a finish. So you'll see it feels like it's a factory finish on it.
Is that like a clear coat?
Yeah, clear coat, glaze, waterproofs it, and makes the paint scratch resistant.
So
everything.
It does waterproof it.
Yeah, waterproofs it nicely. Especially after you put that glaze on it.
That is solid. So how long do you think you're going to do this and then just pop to the next thing? Because you were doing some other things before this.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's where it gets interesting. I want to do some sorority and frat stuff in the summer, but a year ago I was exclusively working on old Jordans. Jordans from 10, 20 years ago. Restoring them, making them look new. If you would have talked to me a year ago, I would have never have guessed I was working on Nike running shoes.
You were.
And yeah, so it's been it was a solid 8 years of Jordans and restoring and really in the nitty gritty and learning materials and paints. And now it's solely Nike Rocher runs, a running shoe, and it's a shoe now that I've gotten to love, and I used to never even wear them. I wear them pretty often now. And I learned it's a shoe that's America seems to like pretty well too. So
supply and demand.
Well,
let's head inside. Take a look at some other things.
Let's definitely check it out.
All right,
we got a lot more to see. July.
How many cup shoes did you sell, man?
A lot. There was, dude. July was. I sold like 984 pairs in July.
Wow.
And that beat out the January from January to June. Multiplied by 10. Still did not beat out in July.
Wow. So you got to make a.
So July was.
You got to make a repeat one then.
Yeah, so basically, I was gonna do them and release them when spring training started. I didn't, and I'm waiting. I'm gonna release them either the day before or opening day when they're trending, and really just. These are all orders that will be getting taped and made this week. They all came in the mail on Monday.
So when they show up, do you give your FedEx guy a 6-pack of beer or something?
No, Christmas I hook them up, but so I'm really close with them and they love it.
Each
so
one of
these are, open up that
same
one.
Thing,
those are
the
black
ones,
so those are probably Iowa.
Black,
These are white, so these could be whatever they're going to be. And then we have gray.
Grays over here.
We got grays
like
right here.
Okay, so they come with the white.
So which is interesting too. There's the monochromatics, the white and blacks, and the gray. These shoes are the exact same as the gray and white ones we saw earlier, but they have a pink Nike sign for women. So what I do for the women orders is these ones with the pink Nike signs are on clearance for about 21 bucks. Compared to 65 bucks.
Right.
So I get these shoes, paint them white, the Nike signs, like the original one.
Okay.
Splatter, and that 5 to 10 minutes that it takes me to paint that white to this white is an easy $30 to $40 that is additional into my pocket. So it's something about just getting creative when I'm looking at when I'm buying stuff. So that's just something, and then you'll see too. So it's all here. We can untape it.
Oh, you just made the tape guy mad.
So it's all gray, same exact, and then this is. I've gotten my IP addresses, my names, my credit cards, my PayPal, all blocked out from stores from over couponing almost. Using a coupon and really hitting it with that coupon where I'll save $2,000 to $3,000. And then they see and they're like, oh, that's cool, you did it, it's fully legal, but we just don't want you doing it again.
And how long does it take to tape one of these?
I would say I got pretty good at it in the summer. In the summer, there was no one else taping. I would say now, probably 10 to 12 pairs an hour to tape and cut out the sign. It would take. That would do. When you get those Yeezys, you want me to do that?
Well, when you give me those Yeezys.
Yeah.
Did you get that? Okay, so, but this is almost cut. It's weird because this is almost made for that.
Like, so that's what got interesting too, is the shoe that I just did the splatter work on. Then the idea kind of came to me, and then the sample fabric I got in fit like it was meant to be made.
Crazy.
Yeah, so that's just interesting. You know, people always will tell me, you know, oh, you should do it like this. Like, oh, you should just get all those pre-cut. Which makes sense, but I work with these shoes every day. Not one thing is made the exact same. It's a Nike shoe, it's made in a factory, but everything, this is going to be different.
Gonna be different.
Exactly.
So when you buy one of these, there's not another one.
No.
Nice.
So it's a...
Sweet.
It's a good deal.
Time to go up to the studio, I think.
Yes.
Guys ready? Let's
Not too many people get to go up here either, so this is a
VIP.
OPRF special VIP entrance.
Solid. Disrupt Education in the house with OPC Kick. Peter Mullin, the man, the myth, the mystery, the splatter. I could keep going on.
Thank you.
Look, man, tell us a little bit about OPC Kicks. Tell me all about it.
We'll start from the beginning. OPC Kicks started in about 2006. Just started using like really old gym shoes that didn't fit me anymore, my brothers, or good friends that grew out of their shoes. Clean them up, paint them, all different colors. Just you know, a kid in a room just trying to figure something out.
That first pair of Yankee ones that you tape the sock to them.
Exactly. And, like it was real.
What did people say when you walked in school with those on?
It was like the kids, the younger kids were like, hell yeah, and I think the parents were like, what is going on? You know, like this is insane.
One of the biggest. I know you've had a lot of obstacles. What drives you to get through those obstacles? How did you learn how to pivot?
That's where it gets interesting too. Like that, I think, comes down to really believing in yourself and knowing that you can overcome it and get it done. Like when I graduated college, right away, you know, I had loans and stuff, and I wasn't making money by any means. You know, I wasn't flowing or anything, so I didn't. You know, and if I didn't have money, I couldn't pay off the stuff I owed, but I couldn't go out and enjoy myself with my friends who all took jobs after college, you know. And then I had the option to I could apply for jobs and say, hey, I could be good, I'd be secure, or I could really put all my time and energy into this and figure out how to make it a business.
Did that happen right after college?
Yeah, basically. I mean, after college, it was like, you get a job, or I have this degree, and I was good at, you know, whatever, either marketing or graphic design work, and I really thought out to myself, you know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to work for someone. I don't want to hate waking up, go to work every day, and really not. I wanted my life to be something bigger than that. I wanted something where I started, I grew it, and made it something known around.
So you have all this there. You have college debt, right?
Yeah.
You had to pay for college.
Yeah.
You have no job yet.
Yeah.
And you're trying to figure out, what do I really want to do?
Yeah, what I really wanted.
Was there financial backing in this?
No, something that came really good that I'm really happy I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was some like family friends or parents that knew I had the drive and knew that it grew a little bit.
Right.
But that was one of the things I'm most proud of too, just not saying, hey, I would love to get a big loan and, you know, get a really nice workplace and hire people right away. No, I wanted the exact opposite. I wanted to do the nitty gritty, go through, do every step of everything. If I lost $1, it was out my dollar, so I didn't want to lose that dollar again.
How were you in math in school? Like, did it make sense to you, or does this?
No, yeah, it was funny. Like math, I was never that good at, but like making things make sense, like planning something out, or you know, budgeting or figuring something out, I felt like I was always good at. Like organizing, you know, organizing and planning something out in steps and making it come a reality, because that's basically what this whole company has become.
You're mass producing individual
shoes.
Individual
handmade custom shoes.
That's very
and
cool.
you know, I make sure that the customer knows that. Before purchasing and after purchasing, that they supported an artist that created a company. It's a small business, ran, you know, at the moment out of a house that, and I was with your shoe.
Very cool walls.
Very, very cool walls. But I was with that shoe from when you placed the order to when it got dropped off at the post office.
And that story means a lot to people.
Yeah, it does.
There's your psychology.
Yeah, exactly. People really like seeing the grind and something happen.
Let's talk a little bit. Let's slow there for a moment. Like, so the biggest challenges in your journey. I know that you had a huge fraud.
So I was in high school. There was no way of getting a Nike contract. There was no way of anything. So start dealing with counterfeit Nikes, which your parents even counterfeit.
What?
So that was something, you know, I found that they make real good replicas of shoes for 1/4 the price, and it was something that I was able to get, and it was something that made sense to me, that I could have these shoes on hand to fulfill orders. And again, I was thinking to myself, I was selling the artwork on the shoes. So I wasn't too focused on the shoe itself, as long as it fit well and wore well. And then, you know, I would buy a case of 16 shoes, a size run, sizes 8 through 13. Put all my money, like $1,100 into one order, got stopped by U.S. Customs, got seized.
Oh my gosh.
That was like semester into freshman year that I built up basically $1,100 was everything I had after high school, and just got a phone call that it was all lost.
It's all gone.
Tried calling the person I was buying from. No, like, oh, you lost them? Click, boom.
Sorry.
So that was another thing that I was like, okay, I'm done with this. But I was like, and
did you ever want to quit?
Yeah, so many times. I mean, there were times when your bank account goes from 100 to 0, and you don't have anything to show. And it's such a small thing that you wouldn't even think about.
What kept you going?
And then it was literally, it was my art classes and marketing that I was, you know, we would be given projects to either market for a company or do a specific thing in art that you liked or loved. And no matter what, it always went back to shoes and OPC. OPC became a part of me. Like, it really did. And it was funny, when I was leaving college, my art professor I was really, really tight with told me, like, he was asking what my ideas were after school, and I, you know, told him sorority frat, OPC's OPC, though. That's never going anywhere. And he was cracking up, and he knew, he's like, I know you got the work ethic and everything for it, but he's like, the hardest thing forever in your entire lifespan now is OVC, and you are one. You'll never be able to walk away from it. He's like, the quality, whatever, you'll never be able to. That is you. And that's something that now I'm thinking of a little bit later, you know, after doing it. Even I hired one kid so far, and it's like, and I love him, trust him to death. Like, I know him very well, and he knows about the quality, but I'm still like, yo, like, so.
Get that tape on right.
It was overcoming, like, each thing, and then even after college, my next big problem I ran into was when I finally started getting my website up and running and getting traffic and selling, you know, consignment shoes and my own shoes. It was a month I just started getting a lot of orders. I was like, oh, this is interesting, you know, and I started filling them, sending them out. And then like 2 weeks later, like check my inbox and I have all these emails, check my bank account, it's back to 0.
Yeah.
So like the first month my website ever did good, I got hit with like $3,000 to $4,000 in fake credit cards.
Right.
Which is I lost my product, I lost my time, I lost my money,
wow.
I lost.
It's like you lost
and it was just
again.
gone.
First time it sounded like your
first time was rough.
Your college professor kind of, it seems, did he prevent you from quitting a little bit? Like talking to you about that?
I think they both, like, I wasn't the best at graphic design by any means, or painting even. But I was like the one that was down to clock the hours before until it looked good.
So, you knew you had
so they knew that I had the work ethic and hustle, and I was totally different than most of the kids I would say at my college. Like I was more of a city kind of, wore a lot crazier clothes. So if you were to walk in the classroom, you would probably look at me and be like, "Oh, this kid's a crazy stoner." Like you know, that's literally like for opening day. That's how every teacher I would say, "Look," and then I would say that my work ethic really showed them like, "Oh." Shit,
did that hurt you? Did that
no,
hurt
like
you,
I was going to prove them. They're like, like it drove me. Like, oh, I want to show these people wrong. You know, I want to be the kid that's dressed crazy and have crazy hair and like talk like a little crazy, but still get A's on my test.
So let me ask you this: do you believe you can teach that kind of hustle or that kind of work ethic? Or,
yeah, definitely. I think some people.
How do you think you learned it?
And that's where it gets interesting too. Like. I don't know if I've ever learned it. I think it was something that I just found I was really passionate about and really, after doing it for years, understood that there's 100 different people that want to do it a lot better and want to make it more than you. And finally getting that in my idea and seeing how much work you have to put into it really is like a big part. Like, it's one thing to have a great idea. Like, you can come up with the most amazing idea for an app.
Right.
But if you don't have the drive to really want to push it and make it and create it and perfect it, and then tell everyone that you can and reach out to everyone to download it.
Because you're turning some big.
Yeah. So been lucking out. Like, in this 2016 was like my breakthrough year, and it's really just transferred over to you know, like. Had over like 2.3 million people go to my website in 2016. That's like amazing. That is a lot of people.
From little
exactly. So yeah, now it's getting really interesting learning the other sides, marketing it, and now like it's not as important, I feel like, for me it's just my design work, but to get it in front of the people, to get the orders and really grow the business.
Let me ask you this question. If you were a senior in high school, and going back to then, because I remember you were heavy into this.
Yeah, I was.
If the high school actually changed up the curriculum to allow you to take half days or something like that, do you think you'd be further than you are now?
100%. That was something big too that I was on at college that I talked to my parents about after like the first weeks of being at school. Oak Park, I really believe OPRF is, and the town itself, Oak Park, is such a like melting pot of just beautifulness. It's diverse. It has a ton of people in the community that want to help out. It has a ton of teachers like yourself that are interested in making sure a student can get what they need or understand what they need to understand is to move on to their next steps. If there was an option where I could have even been a little bit more involved and focused on OPC kicks, I think I would have took off and had a breakthrough years ago. So I think, like, especially if anyone has an idea or any kind of entrepreneurship, the most valuable time, most important time is when you're in high school and when you should be able to really designate time and energy into it. Because you're learning already other stuff, you should be learning your trade and what you want to be doing if you really believe that's what you want to do and that's what you want to get into. It just puts you... People are like, oh, you have to wait to go to college to get into a specific thing.
Right.
Why? Why do I have to go into college? Why not? Why do I have to wait till I'm 18 to pick something that I want to be? If I know I'm really good at this and I want to be good at this and do it, you should learn this stuff just like your brain. You know, the earlier the better. The better you'll learn it, the better you develop more on it and think about it. And two, like OPRF is 3,000, over 3,000 students, bigger than my college. Like, that was something that helped grow the company so much if people were interested in this entrepreneurship. And now with the power of Instagram and Facebook, It's as easy as, oh, you go to this college, you go to this college, and you show a couple friends there, they show their friends. It can make something. It's not that hard to make something known in the United States as far as a company or anything. It's just putting in that groundwork. But, you know, I also...
Any advice?
Yeah, watch out for credit cards. But yeah, advice too. If it was to probably just tell more people at the high school than I did a pretty good job, I feel like, getting the word out about it. Like, teachers knew, all different years knew. But yeah, the advice would be, you know, put more work in when you're younger and let more people know about it and learn as much as you can before you really actually go into it. Yeah. You know?
Solid, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming by.
Peter Mullin, OPC Kick, Disrupt Education.
Let's go. Let's take over, baby.
Peace out.
Miller returns, it's a battle of the gods. Superman, Bruce Wayne, pockets full of wads. The Dark Knight in his habitat, Jason with the rat-a-tat. Clark Kent possessing laser attack. Katanas on a dead back, pool full of blood, gang banging on the flood. Blips stay superior, Hydro Man remains inferior. Universal Cruise with a silver exterior. Red skull pinned on the chest, got a black mask. Hail Hydra, Harley Quinn, girl, I love when I'm inside ya. Agent